We're live. We're recording on Monday morning. It is January 31st, and welcome Meredith Bass, who's going to be leading us today in our Mindful Monday. I wanted to bring this to everybody in the Triathlon Obsessed group. This is part of my coaching program. Every Sunday, they get a 20 to 30 minute breath work, stretch work video from Meredith, and it's a part of our program. Working in is just as important as working out. So I'm going to let you take it away, Meredith. Enjoy. I'll be, if anybody pops in, because they do have the Zoom link, I'll make sure they're muted, but get started.
All right. Good morning, everyone. Welcome to Mindful Monday with Meredith. And this is Elias. So crazy that it's been like over a year that we've been doing this, more than a year, probably like almost 2 years now. I was super pregnant the last time I think I saw you guys. So this is the product. And he's going to leave us because we need to get mindful. So please have with you a block and a strap. Danny, here. Please have with you a block and a strap, or anything that you can prop your hips up on, like a pillow or a cushion or what have you. And a strap or like a towel, something that you can grab like with your hand to your foot. We're going to start off with some pranayama. So what is that? Prana means life force in Sanskrit. Yama means control. So your life force is your breath, right? If you're not breathing, then you're really not around. So we are going to be working on controlling the breath. And the beauty of working with pranayama is that you can use it in all different facets. You can use it as a way of enlivening your body if you're going to do like a breath that's, like a staccato breath, like a short, rapid breath. But you can also use it as a way of calming your body. So from a heart aspect and from a cardiopulmonary aspect, you can use it to kind of calm your heart rate down. So today we'll use it in a calming sense. So come to any comfy seat. For you, if that's sitting on a chair, it's totally cool. You can sit on a chair. If you want to sit with your legs extended, if you want to sit with your legs crossed, whatever works for you. And then reach under and pull the flesh out from underneath your sits bones. So whatever you're sitting on, you can root firmly into whatever you're sitting on. And then pull your muscle that's in between your legs. In yoga, we call this mula bandha. Mula means root. Bandha means lock. So your root lock, pull that muscle in and up inside of your body. And then close your eyes and draw a straight line from that muscle right above your belly button. Yoga, we call this Uddiyana Bandha. Uddiyana means to fly up. So fly that lock up, that belly button up towards your spine. And you're going to see that you naturally sit a little bit straighter when you do that. Not stiff, but straighter. And then take a nice deep inhale. Sigh it out. Try another one just like that. Deep, 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 deep inhale. Let out an audible sigh. And I want you just to look inward right now. Pay attention how your mind is feeling. I've got a toddler screaming in the background, so even more opportunity to focus in on my breath. Pay attention what you're mentally thinking about. How are you mentally thinking? Are you going through your checklist of what you have to do later? If you are, then push that out of your mind. And then notice how you're physically feeling. Turn your palms up towards the ceiling and connect your index finger and your thumb together. So you're making like a circle with your index finger and your thumb. This is called Jhana Mudra. Mudra is seal. So Jhana Mudra is the seal of the index finger and the thumb. And then when you inhale, I want you to inhale all the way down into your belly. And when you exhale, see if you could do it through your nose. Pull your belly button back towards your spine. Inhale all the way into the belly. So see it fill up your chest, and then your ribs, and then your belly, and really feel your belly push, your belly button push away from your spine on your inhale, so you're filling up that cavern beneath. And then on your exhale, pull the belly button back to the spine. Try 5 more breaths like that. Really feeling the difference between the inhale and the exhale. Seeing if on your exhale, you can further release something else that's providing you tension in your body. Even if it's just like a thought, letting that thought go on your exhale. Three more breaths. Inhaling through the nose. Exhaling through the nose. Last 2, inhale. And exhale. Last breath, deep, 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 deep inhale. Really fill up. Fill all the way into your belly, and on your inhale, I want you to hold that in. Take in a little bit more air. Breathe, 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 breathe. Inhale, inhale, inhale. And then lift your chin towards the ceiling. Stick out your tongue and let it out with an audible sigh. Come back to neutral spine. Belly button in towards your spine. Release that Jhana Mudra. And then this time, squeeze all your fingers in. All your fingers come in, so you're making a tight fist. And I want you to think about something, maybe something in your near past, something recently that aggravated you or frustrated you or saddened you or whatever it was, pissed you off, whatever it was. I want you to think of that thought, squeeze in and feel that tension, not only that you're physically feeling in your hands, but that you're mentally feeling from that situation. Squeeze it in, take an inhale. And then on the exhale, let your fingers go and let it go. Whatever it was. Try that again. Squeeze your fingers in. Replay that scenario in your mind. Whatever it was, from an athlete's perspective, did you have a bad race? Or did you not have a good run? Or did somebody cut you off on your bike ride this weekend? Did some car get in the middle of the bike lane or honk at you or whatever it was? Squeeze it in. You can do this at any time. You could do it when you're in your car on the way home. I don't suggest doing this on your bike because obviously you let go of the handlebars, right? But whatever it was, from a moment that happened, you can squeeze in, breathe into it, squeeze, 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 squeeze. Feel the tension in your physical hands, and then feel the tension that situation provided in your mind. Inhale into it. And then let it go, let your fingers go, let the hands relax, let your mind relax. And draw your hands to your heart center, connecting your thumbs to your sternum. Set an intention for yourself, just if it's for the next 30 minutes. Take a nice deep inhale. Blink open your eyes, interlace your hands, turn your palms up towards the ceiling, lift up, reach up, stretch up through the side body. Breathe into your ribs, separate your ribs from your hips, reach the biceps back to the ears, look up. And then exhale, left hand finds the floor, right arm reaches up and over. Brace into the floor with your left hand, root down through your right siput and then reach out of it. Inhale, release that, interlace the hands again, palms face down towards your face now, towards your head now. Stretch through the wrist extensors. You'll feel this all the way up into your forearms. Feel like you're pulling the hands apart even though they're interlaced. Look up. And then right hand finds the floor, left arm reaches up and over. Brace into the floor, push into the floor, reach out of it. Inhale. Good. Remove whatever you were sitting on. If you were sitting on something, grab onto the front of your knees, even if it's a chair, even if you're sitting on a chair, stay on the chair. Round your back, roll off of your sit bones, take an inhale into your upper back. And then exhale, come back to neutral. And now let's open up the chest. Place the hands behind you, open up your chest, lift your heart, drop your shoulders, lift your chin, really broaden through your clavicle and like the ribs in the front of your body. Exhale, come back to neutral. Right hand finds the left knee. Inhale, lengthen there. Exhale, twist and look over your left shoulder. Take an inhale in the twist. Exhale, twist a little deeper. Inhale, come back to neutral. Left hand, right knee. Inhale, lengthen first. And then exhale, twist. So in yoga, twisting is what yogis think keeps the spine young, right? And you want to make sure that you can breathe in your twist. So you're not bearing down. You're always inhaling in a twist. Exhale, find room to twist a little deeper. And then come back to neutral. Roll over onto your hands and knees. If there's any position that you're going to go in today that has sharp shooting pain or has tingly feelings, that's too much, okay? So back off of it. Inhale, keep your belly button pulled in, cow pose, look up, tail up. Exhale, round back, push the floor away from you, chin to chest. Inhale, tail comes up, shoulder blades slide down, heart and chin lift. Exhale, round your back, push the floor away from you, chin to chest. Two more like that. Inhale, tail comes up, shoulder blades slide down, heart and chin lift. Exhale, round your back. And then one more time. Inhale, tail up, heart and chin lift, belly button pulls into your spine. Exhale, round your back, tailbone underneath you. Good. Keep your toes curled under, okay? And then sit your bum back to your heels. Walk your hands forward. Press into the floor and then pull back against it. So you're pressing down and then you're sliding your sit bones back towards your heels and then stretch through your lats. Take a nice deep inhale there into the side body. Exhale, let it go. Come back up to center, coming into Cobra. So come all the way down onto your belly. Have your hands right underneath your shoulders. Push your toes into the floor so the toes are flipped back over. Draw your shoulder blades down your back and then lift your heart using your upper back muscles. Inhale, extend your spine. And then exhale, come down. One more time, pubic bone pushes into the floor. Glute muscles stay relaxed. Inhale, use your upper back muscles to lift your chest and extend your spine. And then exhale, come down. Upward facing dog, curl your toes under. Press into the floor, belly button stays into the spine. Don't overextend. Use your toes to send your torso and hips forward and then release them. Inhale, look up. And then exhale, come through your knees, downward facing dog. If your hamstrings are talking back to you at this moment, take blocks or books or whatever you have that you could prop up your hands on those and place your hand on them to lift the floor to you. Pedal push through your feet, bend into the right knee and the left knee. Get a little bit of movement in your hips and in your legs. Feel free to flip a foot over if you want, okay? So you're stretching into the bony structures that support you. And then look forward at your hands for a second. Make sure your index finger points towards the top. The other three fingers kind of fan out to the sides a little bit. Draw your shoulders out of your ears by sliding them down your back. And then look back towards your thighs or even up towards your pubic bone. Make sure that your neck spine is nice and long. Take another deep inhale there. Turn your toes slightly in. This is going to be a foundation pose, downward facing dog. And then exhale. Good. Walk your hands back to your feet. Hands come underneath the knees. Inhale, flatten your back, lengthen through your spine, look forward. And then exhale, dive forward into a bend. One more time, soft knees. Inhale, hands underneath the knees, like a standing cobra. Flatten your back. And then exhale, bend. Good. Bring your hands up and out to the side as you reverse swan dive yourself up. Inhale there, arms come up over your head, send your heart and your hips forward. And then exhale, hands to the heart center. Good, one round of sun salutation. Inhale, reach up, look up. Exhale, big open chest, forward bend. Inhale, flatten your back, lengthen your spine. Exhale, walk it forward into a plank pose. Pull your belly button into your spine. Draw your shoulders out of your ears. Take a nice deep inhale there. Shift forward of your fingertips. Bend through the elbows. You can take your knees down if you need to. Upward facing dog opens up your heart. Downward facing dog lifts your hips. You could always bend through your knees to come back to downward dog. 3 breaths here. Inhale through the nose. Look back at your thighs. Exhale through the nose. Inhale. Press the hands into the floor. Draw your shoulders out of your ears. Keep your knees soft to keep your tailbone high. Exhale. One more inhale. Gaze forward to your hands. On the exhale, step forward, feet to hands. Or you can jump forward if you want. Inhale. Flatten your back. Lengthen your spine. Bend, reach and rise, reverse swan dive it all the way up, big open chest, look up, heart up, exhale, forward bend. Inhale, flatten your back, lengthen. Exhale, take your right foot to the back of your mat in a runner's lunge. So use some blocks here underneath your hands if your hips are tight. Firm up your right thigh. If that's too much, you could drop your right knee down to the ground. Sink into the lunge and breathe. We're actually going to drop the knee in a second. Place your right knee on the ground. Pat it if you need to. Plant the hands to your left thigh. Push down and slide your thigh muscle forward. Drop your shoulders out of your ears. Lift the gaze. Breathe in there. Sink a little deeper into the lunge. Breathe out. And then your left hand can find a block, or you can fingertip the floor. Reach your right arm up and over. Take a nice deep inhale along the right side, stretching the hip flexor and into the side body, grabbing into the psoas, reach up and out of it. And then take your right hand behind your head and open up your chest. Dial your right elbow back so you can look up towards the sky or the ceiling on the inside and feel a nice stretch through the pec. Breathe in there. Breathe out. One more inhale. On the exhale, release, half split, extend through your left leg. So I also teach a little bit of resistance stretching. Okay, so I want you to think about lightly pressing your left heel into the ground as you drive your left sit bone backwards, okay? Rather than thinking about hinging your chest to your thigh, think about keeping your spine flat, okay? So flatten it out, send your tailbone back, and think about that sit bone driving backwards. 2 more breaths. Inhale there. Exhale. Good. One more in. And out. Shift forward into your left knee again. Curl your right toes under. Use your core strength to send that left leg back to a plank. And then chaturanga, bend through the elbows. You can skip the chaturanga if you don't want to. If your arms are tired or you had a heavy day in the arms yesterday, you can just go back to downward facing dog. Breathe in, look back towards your thighs, have your toes turn slightly in. Stretch through the spine, breathe out. Good, gaze forward on your inhale. Step or lightly hop your feet forward to meet your hands. Inhale, flatten your back, fingertip the floor. Exhale, bend. Send it all the way up. Reverse swan dive it. Heart and hips forward, chest lifted. Exhale, forward bend, soft knees. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, left foot goes back, runner's lunge. Sink into it. Firm up your left thigh. Think about the inside thigh muscles, right? The medial hamstring dialing up towards the sky or towards the ceiling. Use blocks underneath your hands if you need to, that are outside of the forward foot. Drop into the left knee. Plant the hands to the right thigh, push down, slide your thigh muscle forward as you lift up the heart. So it really gets into your left hip flexor, okay? The more that you're pushing down on the right thigh and the more that you're sliding forward, you're gonna feel that fascia in the left hip flexor getting grabbed as well. Beautiful. Take the hand to the right side, reach the left arm up and over you. Keep sinking down. Keep reaching out of it. Take the left hand behind your head, open up that left elbow. Okay, so dialing it towards the back left corner of your mat, opening up the chest, lifting your gaze up on the inside of your left arm. One more breath here. On the exhale, shift back into the half split, extend through your right leg, keep the right knee soft, and press down with the right heel towards the mat. Flex through your toes, okay? That's gonna activate your right hamstring as you're stretching it. So you're getting a resistance stretch. You're not just kind of letting it be passive. Let it be passive for a second and see if you feel the difference. And then fire it up by pressing lightly into the floor with your heel, keeping your knees soft, and drive your right sit bone backwards. One more breath here. You can fingertip the floor so you have room. And exhale. Beautiful. Shift forward into the lunge again. Plant the hands to the floor. Extend through your left leg. Use your core strength to slide your right leg backwards. So you're not thrusting it back. Inhale there. Exhale, chaturanga. Bend through the elbows. Open the heart on the inhale. Exhale through the knees, downward facing dog. Good. Breathe in here. Breathe out. On your inhale, look forward to the hands. Exhale, step or float the feet forward to meet them. Flatten your back. Inhale. Forward bend. Exhale. Reach and rise on your inhale all the way up. Hands to the heart center. Good. Draw your right knee up into your chest. So a lot of athleticism is balance, right? And in yoga, it's a great opportunity to really break down that balance. So lift and spread the toes on your left foot and then feel the four corners of your feet rooting into the ground. And then put your toes down. Okay, grab onto your right knee, push knee into hand into knee, drop your shoulders down. Good, we're gonna go from here back to warrior three. Bend through your left knee, soften it. Bring the hands to the heart center, extend your right leg back. Turning the toes towards the floor and flexing your bum to lift your leg, okay? From here, we're gonna step it back into warrior one. Ground your right foot to the floor. Push into the outer edge of your right foot and lift the arms up. Bend deep into your left knee. Take your left hip bone and slide it back as the right head of your hip comes forward. Inhale, lift up through your heart. Exhale, interlace the hands behind your back. Extend through your elbows. Open up your chest, look up, inhale. Exhale, humble warrior. Left shoulder to the left thigh or left shoulder on the inside of the left knee. Keep your hands glued together as you wring out the elbows, wring out the forearms, wring out the biceps. Breathe in. Breathe out. On your next inhale, release your hands. Walk them around to the center of your mat, turning your left foot in. So you're in a wide-legged stance here. Fingertip the floor. Inhale, lengthen the spine, flatten your back. Exhale, hinge, walk the hands behind you, relax your head. Take another inhale. Press out with your feet. Okay, you're gonna stretch through the peroneals, the outsides of your ankles, up into the outsides of your shins, okay? While you lift your tailbone. Fingertip the floor again, lift your spine, flatten your back. Hands come to the hips, flat back rises. Turn your left foot to the front, warrior dos. Warrior two. Push into the outside edge of your right foot. Sink deep into your left knee. Take your hand on the inside of your left knee and push that lightly outward. Take your right hand to the head of your right hip and separate those two. Okay, great stretch through the groin and the inner left thigh. Extend through the arms. Reverse it on the inhale, reach back. Straighten through your forward leg, keep reaching back. Triangle pose, extend through the arms, hinge over a straight left leg. Left hand low, anywhere below the left knee, right arm up. Draw your left sit bone under you, okay, so you're not sticking your bum out, and then open your chest up. Open your heart up to the possibility that you can relax and feel wonderful in this pose, okay? We're gonna do a scapula movement and shoulder opening. So you're gonna take your right hand, which is the top hand, your pinky is facing towards the back of the mat, reach your arm down towards your hip, big spiral movement, turn it in, turn it out, and then reach up. Okay, do that a couple of times. This should feel good on your upper back muscles. You get a lot of tension. Sometimes the scapula bones get stuck, right? The muscles get so tight that the scaps get stuck. So this is allowing movement in there. And each time you open up, open your chest up a little bit more. On your next one, hold it there, pause there, breathe in. Take your right hand to your right hip, peel yourself back up, turn your left foot in, turn your right foot out, and arrive in warrior two, facing the back. Pause there for a second. Can you see your big right toe on the inside of your knee? Place your right hand on the inside of the knee, move the knee outward, left hand to left head of the hip, spread those two spots apart, and then extend through the arms again. Sink into that lunge, push into the outer edge of your left foot, reverse the warrior, reach the right arm back, straighten out through your right leg, keep reaching back at it, and then Trikonasana, triangle pose, come all the way up, big long hinge over your right leg, right hand comes low, left arm goes high. Scoop your right sit bone underneath you so you're not fanning out your booty behind you. Open up your chest like you're laying back into something. If you have a wall that you want to lay back into, you can go back towards a wall as well. Let's do that left arm movement. Left pinky goes low towards your left hip. Spin it around, turn it outward, bring it back again. Try that a couple more times. Really feeling like you're growing out of your torso each time. All of this dynamic movement when you're holding, like static holds, is wonderful. So you don't have to always stay still in yoga. One more time, peel it all the way up. Open up your chest, look up, inhale there. Left hand, left hip, peel yourself back up. Good, take your left foot and step it forward. Beautiful. Lift and spread your toes. Left knee comes into the hands. Place your right toes back down so you're balancing there. Inhale there. Exhale, send your left leg back. Warrior three. Hands can come to your heart, or if you want more challenge here, you can reach the arms forward or you could take them out to a T. Breathe in. Breathe out, turn the toes towards the floor. Use your bum muscle to lift your leg a little bit higher. One more inhale. On the exhale, step it back. Hands come down to the floor, setting ourselves up for a quad stretch. So like I said, I teach Kihara resistance stretching as well. We're going to be doing a resistance stretch here for the quad. So if you have access to a wall or your couch or whatever you can to push your foot against, then go to that spot. Okay, I'm just going to turn this So I can have it towards the wall as well. And if you have a towel, or even if you want to roll up the back of your mat, okay, it's a nice pad spot for your knee, okay? We're gonna be using that wall for resistance, alrighty? So we had the left leg back. You're gonna put your left knee all the way back to the wall, all right? And then your right foot is going to come forward. Alrighty, so my left foot is straight up and down, okay? It's not sickled in or turned out or what have you, all right? And my left bum is nowhere near my heel. My hip is forward of the knee. That's key here, alrighty? Now, we're gonna work on flexing the left quad first. So I want you to lightly push into the wall, like 2 out of 10. Lightly push into the wall, and then feel a contraction in your left thigh, right? And then drive yourself backward by pushing into the floor with your right foot to drive yourself backward towards your left heel. Now notice the chest is lifted. I'm not dumped over my right thigh because I'm getting this whole front chain, okay? Lunge forward into the right knee, push into the wall lightly with your left foot, and then drive backwards. Now, if you have like a couch, I think Erinne's using her couch or using something there, it's nicer than having a wall because it's a little bit more of a flexible resistance. Push into the wall or push into your couch, or if you had a big athletic ball, and then drive backwards. Good, one more time, push in. Feel that contraction and then drive backwards. Reach your left arm up and over your ear. Breathe in, lift up your heart. I know it's a lot, I feel it too. Breathe out. Good. Release it and switch legs. That quad stretch is amazing. We call it quads at the wall or quads on the ball. You can do it every day. Right knee goes back, all the way back to the wall. There's no gap there. Left foot goes forward. If you got a block, you can help yourself balance there. Okay, make sure your right foot is nice and straight. Lunge forward into your left knee. Push your right foot into the wall. And then press off of your left foot to drive yourself backwards. Make sure that your spine is nice and straight and your chest is lifted off your thigh. Lunge forward, push into the wall or the ball or the couch. And then drive yourself backwards. Woo! Notice if one side feels totally different than the other. Push into the wall, lunging forward. Drive yourself backwards. Good, one more time, push into the wall. Feel the contraction in the right thigh and then drive yourself backwards towards it. Reach your right arm up and over. Use a block to balance on the other side. Breathe in. Breathe out. One more in. Good. Release it. Coming onto your back. For our glutes and hips. We call this Gomukhasana, cow face pose. Great stretch, okay? So laying on your back, you can lay on like a block with your head or what have you. You might need your strap here. So have your strap or your towel handy, already. You are going to cross your knee over the knee. So let's do right leg over left leg, cross knee over knee, and flex your feet, okay? So there's no gap between the knees. The key thing is you want to reach to your right foot with your hand. So flex the foot and reach to the outside of your foot. If you can't reach it, use that strap. Put the strap on the outside of your foot and harness it that way, okay? Don't pull your heels down towards your bum, but instead pull your heels or the instep of your foot towards that shoulder, okay? So I'm pulling my right foot towards my shoulder. I'm not sinking down towards my bum. You can grab both feet, go for both feet, okay? So think about pulling towards your shoulders, keep your belly button pulled in, and keep your back on the ground. Your tailbone probably has lifted off, that's fine, but keep your back on the ground. Breathe in, You probably don't need to create a lot of resistance here. You probably innately have that resistance. Breathe out. You should feel it more in your right glute and outside of your right hip than your left one. One more inhale. And exhale. Good. Release and switch. Woo. That's a good one. Flex the feet. Grab onto the outside of the feet with the hands. Keep your back on the ground and gently pull your left foot towards your right shoulder. 2 more breaths. Good. Remember, with your mind, you have the ability to release tension as well. So think about that fisting pranayama that we did in the beginning and let it go. Beautiful. Release it. Hands out to a T. Take your feet nice and wide as the width of your mat, and rock your knees side to side. So in order for the outside of the glute to release, the inside of the groin has to contract. So let's take care of that in kind of your TFL area. Let's take care of that now. Drop both knees over to the left. Okay. Peel your head up so you can kind of see what's going on down there. Make sure that your right leg is directly in line with your right hip. And then take your left ankle, cross over your lower right thigh, and gently let your left leg weight it down. Okay? Take your right arm, reach it back like a Y. Belly button is pulled into the spine. Your low back will come up off the mat. Okay? You might feel some modifications, some little vertebral crunching in there, right? That's okay as long as there's no pain with it. And then big belly breath into the low right corner of your belly, okay? Where your belly kind of meets in with your hip, that spot there. And if you want to take your fingers in there and you want to dig into those muscles of the iliacus, go for it. It's sometimes quite interesting to do that. Good. Release that. Feet wide again. Drop over to the right this time. Again, peel your head up. Make sure that your left knee is in line with your hip. And then take your right ankle and cross it over. And just lay that down. And I know it's dark in my room, but I'm just moving my shirt up. You can see that there is a gap between my low left side of my back and the floor, but my belly button is pulled into the spine and I'm not overarching, okay? I'm thinking about drawing that down. And then reach your left arm out like a Y. Good. Excellent. Release that. Grab onto the front of the knees, push the knees into the hand around your back, and slowly roll yourself up. I've got one more stretch for the QL, and then we're done. Left heel comes into your pelvis, okay? Right leg is extended. If you're uncomfortable, bend your right knee, alrighty? If not, if you're fine there, then extend the leg. You might need a block, so you can place a block on the inside of your right thigh. Your right arm is going to come to the inside of the right thigh. If you don't need the block, then the elbow comes to the floor. Ground down through both sit bones, and then reach your left arm up and over your ear. Okay, think about getting a big, nice space in between your ribs and your left hip. If you want to feel it more in your back, keep reaching, but you can start to drop your left shoulder and you can breathe right into that low left corner of your back. Take a nice deep inhale and exhale. One more in and out. Release and switch sides. Left leg out, right leg in. Sit on your sits bones. Take your left arm on the inside of the thigh, push into it, reach up and over with the right. Keep grounding down through your right sit bone. Keep reaching out of it. And then if you need to feel more in the low right side of your back, you can kind of drop your right shoulder so you're facing a little bit more towards your thigh. Breathe in. Keep reaching and out. Good. Come back to center. Find a comfy seat. Drop your right ear to your right shoulder. Take your left arm, sweep it behind you. If you need to add a little bit more weight, you can reach your right hand across your head and just help separate. Back up, left ear, left shoulder. Take the right arm, sweep it behind you. Again, you can reach your left arm across your head, separate. Back up to neutral, drop your chin to your chest, grab on underneath your clavicle, so find that bony structure that spans your shoulders. Push in and pull down, and then lift your chin the other way. Oh. Bring your low jaw to meet your upper jaw a couple times. Ribby burning, that's okay in there. That's really shallow stuff. Back up to center, interlace the hands behind your head. Lightly press your head back into your hands, lift your chest, open up your elbows, big stretch there, and then override that and gently pull your chin down to your chest, drop your shoulders, bring the tips of the elbows to meet each other. Come back to neutral. Draw the hands together in front of your heart, eyes closed. Just take a moment and return to that snapshot that you took of yourself in the beginning and notice any differences you feel. Mind, heart, body, whatever it is, breath. And then connect the fingers to the spot in between your eyebrows, your third eye, which we call that in yoga ajna. Just take a moment, maybe set an intention for the rest of your day. Keep it local. From my heart to yours, happy and a healthy Monday, y'all. It's so good to be back with you. Wishing you a happy and a healthy day, week, month. Namaste.
Thanks, Meredith. That was awesome. I know I definitely needed it after training. This is my 31st day of riding my bike. So yay! Thank you so much, Meredith. That was awesome. Thanks, guys. Hope
Pleasure. I will see you guys very, very soon. And if you have any requests, send them to Erinne or drop them in Facebook or find me on Facebook or Instagram or whatever.
Comment on Facebook. Let us know what stretches you liked, what you probably need more of, and we will do more. We're going to be doing more live stuff in the future. All right. Wishing you guys well. Have a great week. Bye.
Bye.